Hello and welcome everybody to my channel Omni Bio Entrance, and today we will be discussing Delhi University MSc PhD combined degree entrance examination for the subject Bioscience conducted in the year 2021. Statements are true. Taxol is anti-cancer drug isolated from Taxus brevifolia. That is correct. Vincristine is anti-cancer drug isolated from Vinca rosea. That is also correct. Vinblastine is anti-inflammatory drug isolated from Vinca rosea. It is also an anti-cancerous drug. So that statement is wrong. Camptothecin is an anti-inflammatory drug isolated from Campothecia acuminata. This is also an anti-cancer drug. So this statement is also wrong. So the statements that are correct are only A and B. So option 3 is correct. Then next one, match list 1 with list 2, drug parameter and measures. And before that, I will tell you one thing, that I have answered only the biology questions. I have not attempted chemistry, physics questions which they have asked. Okay, so coming to the drug parameter. So therapeutic window. Therapeutic window is relative safety of a drug. Therapeutic index is the ratio of LD50 to ED50. Potency is ED 50, and efficacy is maximal response of a drug. So the answer here is option A, that is A, sorry, not option, yeah, option 2, A4, B1, C2, D3. Which of the following statements are true? Maltose is a monosaccharide. Maltose is a disaccharide. So that statement is not correct. Lactose is a disaccharide. Yes, lactose, that is correct. Melibiose is a trisaccharide. Melibiose is a disaccharide. It is not a trisaccharide. So this statement is also not correct. Mannose is tetrasaccharide. Mannose is monosaccharide. So this statement is also not correct. So the answer is B only. So option 4 is the right answer. Then which of the following is correct biogenic precursor for the biosynthesis of the natural product umbelliferon? It is cinnamic acid and phenylalanine, L-phenylalanine, B and D only. Answer is option 2. Then, which is not correct for paracetamol? Inhibits COX-1, inhibits COX-2, increases prostaglandin synthesis, reduces prostaglandin synthesis. Paracetamol, it not correct. They have asked which is not correct. So, it doesn't increase prostaglandin synthesis. It decreases prostaglandin synthesis. Usually during inflammation and prostaglandin synthesis increases, but paracetamol is anti-inflammatory, so it will decrease the prostaglandin synthesis. So option 3 is the correct answer, which is not correct. The sweetener aspartame belongs to the category. So aspartame is L-aspartyl, L-phenylalanine, methyl ester. And it is the methyl ester of a dipeptide. Then it has 4 functional groups, that is ester, carboxylate, amine and amide. So it belongs to the category amide. Answer is option 2. Then during photosynthesis, pigment system 2 absorbs energy at or below. So pigment system 2, it absorbs energy at 680 nanometers. Answer is option 3. Then principal protein of milk is casein. Everybody knows that. Then the intensity of light beam decreased by 50% when it passes through a sample of 1 centimeter path length. The percentage of transmission of light passing through the sample but of 3 centimeter path length would be. So a beam of light, its intensity decreases by 50% when it is passed through a sample of 1 centimeter path length. So they are asking what is the percentage of transmission of light passing through the same sample but of 3 centimeter path length. So they have given here IT, intensity of transmission final stage is equal to 50% of I0, that is the initial transmission, or IT is equal to half I0 when L is equal to 1 centimeter, or I0 by IT is equal to 2 when L1 is equal to 1 centimeter. So, and they have asked us for percentage of transmission at L2 is equal to 3 centimeters, and we know that log I0 by IT is equal to A1. A1 they have given as equal to log 2, this one, or A1 is equal to 0.301. A is also equal to epsilon LC. From there we can calculate EC by substituting the value of absorbance, and L1 is equal to 1 centimeter. Then A2 is equal to epsilon C L2. The concentration is the same. So 0.301 into L2 is 3 centimeter. That is equal to 0.93. Now percentage T is antilog of 2 minus absorbance. So 2 minus 0.903. You have to see the antilog. It is 12.5%. So answer is option 4. Then next one, 2.5 micromolar concentration of a stock solution of DNTP required a volume of 25 microliter in a PCR assay. What volume of DNTP will be used from the stock solution of 25 nanomolar for carrying the PCR assay? So 25 nanomolar, how much we have to take to get a particular molarity of 4000 microliter. So 2.5 micromolar into 25 microliter is equal to M into 1000 microliter. That will we can calculate the concentration as 0.0625 micromolar, or 25 nanomolar. You have to convert it into micromolar. So 25 into 0.001 micromolar into X, how much we have to take from there to get a concentration of 0.0625 into 1000 microliter. So that will be around 2.5 ml. Answer is option 4. Then next one, which of the following is an anticoagulant? So out of this, heparin is an anticoagulant. Then which one of the following drug has the most abuse liability? So caffeine, benzodiazepines, cocaine, aspirin. Of course cocaine. Answer is option 3. Then simvastatin interacts with. So simvastatin is a statin. So it will interact naturally with HMG-CoA. Answer is option 4. Then mixture of which one of the following pair of gases is the cause of occurrence of most of the explosion in mine? So it is methane and air. Majority of the question are just direct question in this question paper. So I will be just giving out the answer. Only where explanation is required I will be explaining them. Then bagasse, a byproduct of sugar manufacturing industry, gives heat and electricity in sugar mills and is also used for the production of. So it is used for the production of paper. Answer is option 3. Human bones does not contain calcium. Yes, it contains carbon. Yes. Beryllium. Yes, beryllium is not present in human bones, whereas phosphorus is also present. Then which one of the following amino acid is present in beta turns of a protein? So naturally you will find the amino acid proline usually is found in the beta turns, whereas proline is an alpha helix breaker also. So naturally it is found in beta turns of a protein. Then next one, match list 1, that is enzyme with their product. So tyrosine transaminase is para-hydroxyphenyl pyruvate, dopamine beta hydroxylase is norepinephrine, methyl transferase is epinephrine, and tyrosine hydroxylase is dopa. So the answer here is option 4. A4, B3, C2, D1. Then in eukaryotic DNA replication, the letter O or C are used to refer to which of the following? So it is used to refer to origin recognition complex. Answer is option 3. Then adult hemoglobin it contains 2 beta and 2 alpha globin chains. Okay, option 4 is the answer. It doesn't contain any gamma chains. So 2 beta, 2 alpha globin chains. Then deficiency of glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase is the disorder of which pathway? So glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase is the first enzyme in the pentose phosphate pathway. So naturally the answer is option 1, that is pentose phosphate pathway. Which of the following vitamin is involved in transamination of amino acid? So PLP is the coenzyme in all transamination reaction. So it is pyridoxal phosphate and it is vitamin B6. Answer is option 4. Pyridoxine is vitamin B6. So vitamin B6 is involved in transamination of amino acids. Then which one of the following groups of amino acids contain the side chain hydroxyl group? So if you see the amino acids, that is serine, you have got an hydroxyl group over here. Then threonine, there is a hydroxyl group here, and for tyrosine also hydroxyl group is present. Side chain hydroxyl groups are present. So serine, threonine and tyrosine. Answer is option 2. Then in chordates, 4 common features appear at some point during development. Which among the following is an incorrect feature? A notochord that is present, that is correct. A ventral nerve cord and a dorsal heart. It is a dorsal hollow nerve cord, not a ventral nerve cord and a dorsal heart. It is a dorsal hollow nerve cord. Then pharyngeal slits, that's also correct, and post anal tail, that is also correct. So the incorrect statement is a ventral nerve cord and a dorsal heart. Then next one. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Bombyx mori is a domestic silk moth. The silkworm is the larva of or caterpillar of a silk moth. Silkworm's preferred food is mulberry leaves. Bombyx mandarina is a domestic silk moth. It is not Bombyx mandarina, it is Bombyx mori, that is domestic silk moth. So answer is option 4. Then, the spindle apparatus is formed during which phase of mitosis? Naturally, metaphase. Everybody knows that answer. It is very easy question. Answer is option 2. Then, scientists with their discoveries you have to match. Howard Temin and David Baltimore. It is reverse transcriptase. Barbara McClintock, transposons. Arthur Korenberg, DNA polymerase, and Carey Mullis, PCR. So A4, B1, C2, D3. Answer is option 2. Genomic DNA replication in E. coli is. So it is bidirectional with single origin of replication. It is a prokaryote. It is having only a single origin of replication and the replication is bidirectional. Answer is option 4. Which of the following statement is incorrect about satellite DNA? It consists of multi-copy randomly repeated DNA sequences. That is correct. It consists of coding DNA with protein coding functions. No, it doesn't contain any coding DNA region. Then satellite DNA is the main component of functional centromeres. Yes. And it forms the main structural constituent of heterochromatin. That is also correct. So the incorrect answer is, incorrect option is, it consists of coding DNA with protein function, and that is your answer. Option 2 is the answer. Programmed cell death is termed as apoptosis. Answer is option 2. Which of the statement is incorrect about lysosome? Hydrolytic enzyme moved to the lysosome via vesicular transport. That is correct. Material phagocytosed into the cell moves to the lysosomes. Yes. The pH of the lysosome is more acidic than those of the cytoplasm. Yes. That is also correct. Hydrolytic enzymes are transported to lysosomes directly from the cytosol. No, they are via vesicular transport. So the incorrect option is option 4 and that is your answer. Which of the following arm of tRNA serves as the site of attachment for amino acid? So it is the amino acceptor arm of tRNA. So answer is option 1. Which of the following act as secondary messenger in the regulation of metabolism? CAMP, of course. That is the only secondary messenger in the given options. Whereas NADH, FAD, NAD are not second messengers. Then cilia in eukaryotic cells are made up of which of the following proteins? They are made of dynein and tubulin. Answer is option 2. Which of the following is a microfilament inhibitor? So it is cytochalasin B, which is a microfilament inhibitor. Then dicer is RNase 3 enzyme. Answer is option 2. What is true for Cossac's Shine-Dalgarno sequence? So Cossack it is present in eukaryotes and Shine-Dalgarno it is present in prokaryotes. So what is true we have to see. Both are present in prokaryotes only. Both are present in eukaryotes. Those two statements are wrong. Shine-Dalgarno is present in eukaryotes and Cossacks in prokaryotes. That is also not correct. So the correct answer will be option 4. That is Cossack is present in eukaryotes and Shine-Dalgarno is present in prokaryotes. Then full form of MALDI is. So it is matrix assisted laser desorption ionization. Answer is option 2. Then protein gel SDS page are usually run vertically whereas DNA gel that is agarose are usually run horizontally. A student desires to run a protein gel horizontally and a DNA gel vertically. Which of the following statements will best explain his results? The protein gel experiment will not work because the proteins need gravity to move. The DNA gel will be fine. That's not correct because both the protein and the DNA gel experiments do not depend upon gravity. Okay. So, we will see. Both the protein and DNA gel experiments will not work. Protein gels have to run vertically and DNA gel have to run horizontally. That is also not correct. Both the protein and DNA gel experiments will work as the principles behind their functioning do not depend upon gravity. That is correct. Answer is option 3. Then methanogens belong to the domain. So they belong to the domain Archaea. Answer is option 2. Then which of the following statements are true or false about the differential gram staining? Crystal violet differentially stains gram-positive cells. So that is true. Crystal violet differentially stains gram-negative cells. That is false. It stains gram-positive. Then saffron red differentially stains gram-positive cells. That is also false. It stains gram-negative cells. Saffron red differentially stains gram-negative cells. That is true. So ATBF CFDT. ATBF CFDT. So answer is option 4. Which of the following is not an example of exotoxins produced by bacteria? So lipopolysaccharide is an endotoxin, not a exotoxin. Answer is option 2. The golden rice variety is rich in. It is rich in vitamin A. Answer is option 2. Then which of the following diseases are related to coronavirus? SARS, MERS, yes, both of them. Answer is option 3. This is a question which has been asked for other university and MSc entrance examination. So it would be better if you all refer to other university entrance examination for practice. I have already uploaded some of them. You can refer them also. Then remdesivir is a prodrug that inhibits. So it inhibits RNA genome replication. Answer is option 2. Then tetanus toxoid is a protein that has been clinically treated to retain its. So toxoid, it will not have its toxicity but immunogenicity will be present. So the answer here is option 3, that is immunogenicity and not its toxicity. MHC class 2 present peptides to CD4 T cells, T helper cells. Answer is option 2. Next one. B cells are produced in. So B cells, they are produced in the bone marrow. Answer is option 1. Then match the list 1 with list 2, that is T cells and their functions. So helper T cells, they bind to class 2 MHC molecule. Cytotoxic T cells bind to class 1 MHC molecule. Suppressor T cells inhibit immune responses, and memory T cells are programmed to recognize the reappearance of the original invading antigen. So the answer is A2, B4, C1 and D3. Answer is option 1. Gene mapping does not offer evidence about. So gene mapping, if a disease is transmitted from parent to child, is linked to one or more genes. Yes, that is correct. Which chromosome contains the gene? Of course. The precise location of the gene in the chromosome. Yes. The physical distance between genes on the chromosome. That is shown by the physical map and not the genetic map. So the answer here is option 4. Then which of the following is not true about proto-oncogene? They cause normal cells to become cancerous when mutated. Yes. MYC is an example of proto-oncogene, of course. They encode protein that function to inhibit cell differentiation. Yes. They encode proteins that promote cell death. That is not correct. So answer is option 4. Then next one. Which of the following statement is not true about sickle cell anemia? The gene for beta globin is mutated. Yes. The sixth amino acid in the chain is valine rather than glutamic acid. Yes. Molecules of sickle cell hemoglobin stick to one another forming rigid rods. Yes. The sixth amino acid in the chain is, no, it is not glutamic acid, it is valine. So the answer here is option 4. That is the incorrect statement about sickle cell anemia. The next one. How many different kinds of F2 genotypes are possible for this particular cross? So the first parent, it will give rise to the capital ABC genes, and the second parent, it will give rise to small ABC. Then you will get the progeny, that is F1. For raising F2, you have to self the F1. So you will get a trihybrid cross. So the number of genotypes will be 3 raised to n. So 3 raised to 3, where n is the number of heterozygotes. Here 1, 2 and 3 are the heterozygotes present. So 3 raised to 3, that will be 27. So the answer here is option 4. Then what is the characteristic of an acrocentric chromosome? So acrocentric is a chromosome in which the centrosome is very close to one end. So very close to one end. So it will have a long arm and a, which is very long, and a short arm also. This will be the long arm, and this is the short arm. So long arm will be exceptionally long, more longer, and short arm will be very small. So the short arm of the chromosome, it is labeled as P, and the long arm is labeled as Q. So the short answer will be short P arm and exceptionally long Q arm. Answer is option 2. Then next one. The resting potential of a myelinated nerve fiber is primarily dependent on the concentration of which of the following ions? So it is on the basis of K positive ions. The resting potential of a myelinated nerve is dependent. So answer is option 3. Then next one. Match the following hormones with their functions. So it is option A, that is secretion of pancreatic juice and intestinal juice. Cholecystokinin, it stimulates secretion of pancreatic enzymes. Gastrin stimulates gastric gland to release gastric juice. And gastric inhibitory polypeptide, it stimulates insulin secretion. So A3, B2, C1 and D4. So the answer is option 4. The next one. Following is a hypothetical biochemical pathway responsible for pigmentation of leaf. So this is the pathway that is responsible for pigmentation of leaf. First it will be white, then yellow and then green. The pathway is controlled by two independently assorting genes A and B. These are the genes which control the pathway, encoding enzymes as shown below. So A gene encodes A enzyme and B gene encodes B enzyme. Mutant A and B code for non-functional protein. So the mutant of A and B, they code for non-functional protein. What is the expected progeny after selfing a plant with the genotype A, capital A, small a, capital B, small b? So it is a dihybrid cross, but before you can draw the Punnett square for the dihybrid cross as I have done. But before that, remember one thing, A gives yellow. So if A gene is active and it produces functional enzyme, you will get a yellow colored leaf. So A will give, wherever A is present, it will give yellow. If B alone is present, it will give rise to the green product. See here, B is the gene that produces the functional enzyme B, and it will give rise to gene product green. So the answer is option, not the answer. So B will give rise to green leaves. If capital A and capital B both are present, then green will be the product, because A will be converted to yellow, yellow will be converted to green by B. So if both A and capital B genes are present, then you will get the phenotype as green. Again, if capital A and small b are present, small b means B is mutated. So it doesn't code for a functional protein. They have already told mutant A and B code for non-functional proteins. So if capital A is present but B is not present or B is mutated, you will get only yellow phenotype. Now if both A and B are mutated, you will get white phenotype. If A is mutated and B is normal, then also you will get white phenotype, because there is no A enzyme to convert this white substrate to yellow. So upon drawing the Punnett square, you can give the genotypes. So G I have written as green, Y is for yellow and W is for white. So you will get green 9, yellow 3 and 4, white. So the answer is option 1. Then next one. Which are the parotid glands? Where are the parotid glands located? So they are located in front of the ear. Answer is option 3. Then match the following. Parts of cardiac conduction system with their function. So SA node, it initiates nerve impulses. AV node, it impulses flow from the atria to the ventricles. Bundle of His located at the interventricular septum. Purkinje fibers impulses conduction in ventricles. So answer here is option 3, that is A3, B4, C2, D1. The next one. State which of the following statements are true and false about the excitation contraction coupling in skeletal muscle. Initiation and propagation of an action potential occurs in transverse tubule system. That is false. Then next one. Dihydropyridine receptors detect changes in membrane potential. That is true. Allosteric interaction between dihydropyridine receptors and sarcoplasmic reticulum. ryanodine receptors cause release of Ca2 positive from the sarcoplasmic reticulum. That is also correct. So C is also true. Ca2 plus disappearance from the myoplasma is mediated mainly by its reuptake by the sarcoplasmic reticulum. That is also true. So the answer is A false, B true, C true, D true. Answer is option 4. Then during the first trimester of pregnancy, which is the predominant site of red blood cell production? So it is yolk sac. Answer is option 1. In persons who are totally color deficient and can only see in shadows of black and white, what type of color blindness do they have? So they have achromatopsia. Answer is option 4. Then match the following. Cranial nerves with their function. Oculomotor, movement of the eye and constriction of pupil. Optic nerve. Optic nerve is transmit sensory information for vision. Trochlear is eye movement and trigeminal is for stomatosensory information, touch pain. Somatosensory information, that is touch pain from the face and head, muscles for chewing. So the answer is A3, B4, C2, D1. Answer is option 2. Then, which neuroglia are responsible for forming the myelin sheath around axons in the peripheral nervous system? So they have asked for peripheral nervous system. It is Schwann cells. Answer is option 3. Altitude sickness is typically caused due to decrease in the partial pressure of oxygen. Answer is option 1. Which of the following vitamin deficiency can be mostly seen in vegetarians? B12. Because B12 it is not found in any plant food other than in fortified cereals. It is abundant in many meat, fish and also in milk and egg. You will find it in only very trace amounts or smaller amounts. So answer will be vitamin B12. Answer is option 2. Emphysema is characterized by it is characterized by shortness of breath. Answer is option 2. So that's it. Thank you for watching my channel. Please do like, share and subscribe. And those preparing for MSc entrance, don't just refer to one question paper. You have to refer to question paper from other universities also for your practice. I have uploaded so many of them in my channel. You can refer to it. So thank you for watching.